Health is wealth. Peace of mind is happiness. Yoga shows the way. Namaste everyone and welcome back. Today we will talk about wrist, shoulders and the back pain during the Vinyasa class, kind of Ashtanga yoga or Vinyasa yoga. I have seen many beginners, they try to achieve some of the positions or the movement like a smooth jumping from Padasthasana to Chaturanga, then up dog, downward dog, and then jumping forward or jump through. So these kind of movements take little time. You need proper technique and strength. But during this period, when you do your best more than your capacity, so there is some of the chances where you can feel wrist pain, shoulder pain or the back pain. So now I'm going to give you some of tips which you can apply directly in your practice, and I hope you will find this helpful. So now first look at the wrist. So your hand position when you do your plank, Chaturanga, up dog, downward dog, keep it in your mind, your hands ideally shoulders width apart, and just look at your crease of your wrist. It should be parallel to your front edge of your mat. For example, if I'm doing from this side, so hands shoulders width and the crease of the wrist facing to the front edge of the mat. Now from here, for example, first you take plank pose. So in a plank pose, when you bring your shoulders over the wrist, something is like this. So you can see there is a 90-degree angle from the wrist. In the beginning, if you find there is a less flexion in your wrist, so what you can do, move your shoulders slightly back and then hold your posture. Notice how you feel. Now there will be less compression in your wrist. Same thing happen in the Chaturanga position. If you try to achieve this position, elbows coming over the wrist and then make 90-degree angle, and this is quite challenging pose because a lot of body weight is moving forward. You have to hold your body weight at the same time. There is a lot of pressure in your wrist. So if you find it's quite challenging for you, what you do, move your elbow slightly back and then hold your position and then find it out how you feel. Now third is upward facing dog from Chaturanga to upward facing dog. Sometimes you move too much forward. Something is like this. Now you can see the wrist and the shoulders. Shoulders is moving too much forward and there is a lot of pressure on the wrist, and this can be cause for the wrist pain. And the next one is a downward facing dog. When you come to the downward facing dog, must press your index knuckle down like this. Don't lift up. If you do like this, if you lift your index knuckle, all the body weight is moving in your outer wrist, and that also can be the cause for the wrist pain. Now look at the shoulder pain. For the shoulders, when you do your plank pose, in a plank pose you need to notice this part. This is your shoulder blades and the middle part. Try to move shoulders blade away from each other. It's sliding, moving away from each other, and the mid part should lift up like this. So you are moving your chest, center of the chest, away from the mat, and then you press your palms down and think you are dragging your palms toward each other, moving your chest toward each other. You will find you are recruiting now more strength from the upper back. Now when you go from plank to Chaturanga position, your shoulders should not be like this. In a plank pose, you are moving your shoulders away from the ears and rounding your back. So maintain this gap between your ear and your shoulders, and then when you bend your elbows down, just think that your shoulder blades is sliding in toward each other. is not moving forward. It slide in toward each other as you move to the Chaturanga position. And then next is the upward facing dog. Upward facing dog is again, if you're moving too much forward, a lot of body weight is moving forward, so your shoulders need to work extra. So there is an extra weight on your shoulders. So simple way, look at your shoulders position and move your feet slightly back, and then find it out how you feel in your shoulders. Maybe open up your shoulders a little more. And the downward facing dog, here in the downward facing dog is a little challenging. You must ask your teacher how to move shoulders away from the ear. The next one is lower back pain. When you do upward facing dog, from here, again when you move your shoulders too much forward and try to lift your knee up, there will be a lot of compression in your lower back. Now again, if your shoulders is over the wrist, then you try to lift your knee and push your heart forward and up. Then you will find there is less compression in your lower back than this position. So simply by changing the distance between your feet and your hands, you will feel there is some difference, and it's easy to hold your posture, and actually you will enjoy your posture. I hope this video will be helpful for you, and if you have any comments, so please feel free to give me your comments. And thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Namaste.